Welcome. Welcome, everyone. The collective is here for your information and knowledge and love. As you sit before this individual this evening, we ask that you listen with your ears, but also listen with your heart. The energy that is provided by this individual is provided in an energy form. It is translated through the words, through his mouth to your ears, but the true healing and understanding comes from the information in the vibrations that are brought through each word. That is what we want you to understand as the information that is brought through him to you has many factors in your life. As you go forth from this place, we ask that you listen to this information again and again. Your energetic being will understand the information. It will then provide the knowledge and information to the physical being of the changes that are necessary. The love that is infused with each word. The time that transcends all. Understand that the information that is being brought to you is timeless and endless. There is no time point from which it comes from because it is all one. It exists in all realms. The individual that is sitting in front of you is allowing himself in the energetic form to travel beyond and be connected to all beings, all energies, and allowing that information to flow through him to you as the questions are asked by the individuals in front of him. So we ask that you remain in this space. Allow your energy to absorb all the energy that is being brought forth this evening to you in the form of the answers that will be given. Allow the vibrations to settle in each and every one of you. Allow the energetic being that guides you and energizes you to be lifted up, to be energized, and to be renewed this evening. If you have questions, please begin.
Thank you so much for being present with us this evening. For the benefit of those who have not heard the collective, can you tell us who is primarily speaking this evening?
The primary vibrational information is brought forth through Enoch, Source, Raphael, and Michael.
Thank you so much. Can we start off by understanding what's in store for us in 2020?
Understand that your cycle of existence has progressed one additional level. All beings on this planet are experiencing things that they have not experienced in their past. There has been an energy shift, as you would call it. This is a natural course of action for this planet. It is an evolutionary process for this planet and all beings on it. The energy that envelops this planet is infused in this planet, is ascending and rising through all things on this planet. Not just the physical beings, but all things on this planet. All items. The space that you are in, the vehicles that brought you here, everything, its vibration is all increasing. You are tied directly to this connection, to this vibration, this energy. Your energetic being is tied directly to it. But what you must understand is that the physical being has to go through an acceptance and an understanding that this is a change that is taking place within the physical being. When you begin to sense these changes, allow them to envelop you, allow them to change you. Do not question them in the way you have questioned other energy shifts. Understand that the energy shift that is taking place right now on your planet is just that, as you have called it, an ascension point. You are raising your vibration in a way that you don't quite understand. But from our perspective, our view, everything is on track. Each individual of this planet has moved one course up. This is a point of change. It happens. It happens frequently on this planet. That is how this planet will change for its future. As each individual changes this one course up, it not only affects the energetic being that is inside of you, it affects the physical being on a level that you will not understand. There has been made mention of a DNA shift. Yes, that is a portion of what is taking place. But the physical being is changing. You are becoming more aware of the energies around you. Not only the energetic beings that are around you, but all physical things that are around you. You may have a sense of a connection to a physical item that is in your presence. It is because its energy is changing just along with yours. You are connecting to it. Once you become attuned to this frequency change, this energetic level up, you will have a greater understanding of what the future holds. Because within that energy that is shifting is the knowledge of what will propel you into the year to come. Allow this energy to settle with you. Become attuned to it. Allow it to be you. And surround yourself with others that are on this similar path. Help and guide and assist each other along the way. That is the true nature of all energetic beings.
Thank you very much for that information. In terms of the 3D world that we live in, what can we expect in terms of systems crumbling or chaos and so forth?
What you have to understand is that what you are experiencing and you are witnessing across your planet is a natural course, a natural cycle of time for your planet. You have to understand that your planet is an intelligent planet. It understands when there is chaos. It understands when there is destruction. It understands how to repair itself. But what you must understand is what you are witnessing that is taking place in other locations around your planet are mere distractions for your goal, your progress down the path of existence on this higher energetic plane. Do not allow the things that you witness through your media, through any source that gives you information that you want to understand. The chaos is merely a distraction for you to steer you off your path of existence, your path of your energy rising up. Allow yourself the understanding that you have all of the information, all of the knowledge that is to be in front of you. Understand that when you were brought to this planet. The energetic being that was brought into the physical being as you were an infant came to this planet with all the information that is needed for existence, here and beyond. But you, the physical being, has put a thumb on it by what you read and by what you watch, by what you listen to. These are mere distractions from you, the physical being, connecting to the energetic being that guides and assists you. Understand that the chaos that you see and you witness has been going on and on and on this planet. That is its cycle. But also remember, the planet is intelligent. It will repair itself. It can handle anything that is put in front of it. Very similarly, your physical being can repair itself. It can handle anything that is put in front of it. The energetic being is what is the engine that guides all of that. When you have distractions that pull you away from the connection point to your energetic being, that is where the issues come in. But when you are attuned to your energetic being, there are many things the physical body can withstand and repair itself from. That is not to say that because you are a physical being on a physical planet, that you should not seek the guidance of those that are wise. But you have the understanding how to repair yourself. The guidance is within you. Do not be distracted. That is the message we want to put forth to you. Do not be distracted off of your path, off of the existence that there is the energetic being inside of you.
Thank you for that information. Is there anything that you can say with more specificity, for example, about the worldwide economic system in our future, our immediate future?
Your economic future, or any future that is in front of you, is all part of a process that you requested to be part of. Here is the concept that we want you to understand. When you decided to come to this planet, into this physical being, you took on the role of this physical being and you wanted to be here for what this planet has. In the existence that you had prior to this planet, there were not those decision points. It was all one energetic being. You are a splinter, a piece, a star, a small existence of that overall piece of energetic being. Some call it a divine peace. That is what you are. But you chose to come here to experience all the things that this planet has to offer. Yes, there is chaos, and yes, there are financial issues, and there are problems with everything on this planet. But that is what the program has chosen to do. You are merely a piece in this program. You chose your piece. Allow it to play out. But do not be distracted by the way it's being played out. If there is an issue that is financially taking place on the other side of your planet. The question would be, is there anything physically you can do to change that outcome? There may be, but as a bigger whole, not as an individual. The bigger question is, what can you do to change the financial situation in your existence, in your area, in your sphere that you exist in, to change the overall global aspect of all things? And that is the bigger question. Look upon yourself and fix the issues within yourself as far as the energetic and the connection to the physical being. Once those are fixed, then that is when the global fix takes place. But what you have to understand is there may not be an end to the fix. Because prior to you arriving in this physical body, you have made that agreement to run its course, to run the program. And it may not end the way you expect it to. But it is the way you have written it before coming to this planet. This is a difficult concept to understand. We understand this. But you have to understand that each and every one of you play an important role for the next person that is sitting to your left and sitting to your right and in front and in back of you. You are all interconnected, energetically interconnected. Each and every one of you can assist the other. So staying within inside your own boundary is not the area that you need to be. It is not what the energetic being wants to do. But you have to understand the energetic being that is inside of you is like a magnet and wants to connect to the other energetic beings that are around it. And when they begin to connect, the energy begins to increase. And that is where the manifestation of all things take place. So you ask about global financial issues. The question is not about the global financial issues. It's about the issues of the small sphere that each and every one of you live in. How can you change that sphere to assist in the overall global aspect of this planet? That is what we want you to know.
Thank you so very much. So it sounds as if you're advising us to start within and then expand into our local communities, connecting with others, which will build momentum and hold the light, which will cause a ripple effect on the globe. Is that accurate?
Understand this, that yes, what you have explained is, in essence, what has been said. The energetic being inside of you is connected throughout not only this planet, but all planets, all universes. When you make a change to your energetic connection to that being, it has an effect not only here, but everywhere, past, present, and future. Changing one small aspect of the perspective that you are witnessing has, yes, as you call it, a ripple effect across all realms, past, present, and future. But yes, a natural course of action is to shift the globe itself.
Thank you. You talked basically about pre-birth plans, our agreements made before we came here. Can you talk about that as it relates to free will?
To have the understanding of your concept of free will is one to understand that as you, the physical being that exists here, has the ability to connect with the energetic being that is your engine, your guidance system, and you have the choice not to connect with it. You have the choice to connect with the individual that sits next to you, to the left of you. That is entirely up to you. And yes, this was what you chose to do. Look at it as an assignment list. When you decided to come to this planet, you looked at the list of activities that were taking place on this planet. You said, yes, I want to do this. I want to experience this, eat that, and do this. Because I don't have this ability now. I want to experience this. So yes, free will, as you call it, is something that this planet has. You have the ability to make decisions each day, whether how you choose to allow it to affect you or not, how it chooses to affect someone else. But that is what you decided to take on when you arrived to this planet. And as you talk about pre-birth plans, yes, you have made an assignment to come to this planet. You knew all aspects of this planet. You understood what you came here to do. You understood every aspect of this existence from one end to the other. But at some point, it does get switched off. That is part of the program. That is part of what you have an understanding of. I won't say it is exactly as being turned off. Some remain connected all their lives to this existence and this knowing. Others, it's turned way down. And yes, for some, it is turned off. And at some point, it may be switched back on, turned back up. And you will have a greater sense of knowing the connection that you have energetically beyond this planet. So what we want you to understand is enjoy your time while you are here on this planet. It is the existence that you have now. There are so many things to understand about this planet. The good, the bad. But it is all part of your existence here. Enjoy it. Envelop yourself in it. Do not question it. And go out and just enjoy all aspects of this planet.
Thank you very much for that answer. I have a question about animals. Animals in the wild seem to be able to regulate their body weight. They don't tend to eat more than they need, and you don't see overweight wild animals. Why? What are we doing wrong with our pets that they are often overweight? What can we do about that?
To have an understanding of this question, you must understand the basics of your animal that you have as a pet. It is a wild animal that has been taken into a place of existence, a home. Just as if you were to be adopted by someone else or someone were to be adopted into your family, they would begin to take on your existence, your way of life. If your way of life exists to be running marathons each and every weekend, your pets would be running the marathons with you. If you are going to sit in a chair and watch TV, then your pets are going to sit and watch TV. So to ask, why is my pet overweight, is merely to look at the existence that you are in at that particular point. Shift your existence and your pets will follow. And they are a mirror of your existence. They mirror your actions. They are wild animals, yes. And if left to be out in the wild, they will regain their wild attributes. But if you keep them within your home, your dwellings, they are going to take on the existence that you have. That is the understanding that we want you to understand. If you want to shift your perspective, shift your existence, your animals will follow along with you, gladly follow along with you.
Very interesting. Thank you so much. While we're on the topic of animals, there seems to be some controversy about eating animals versus not eating animals. Can you speak to that, please?
Understand this. We have already discussed your pre-birth plan. You have a particular path that you are on. If in that path you have chosen not to eat animals, then that is the path that you are on. That is the decision point. That is the free will that you have chosen. But to have a greater perspective of understanding is this planet and all of its existence, throughout all time, there have been many animals on this planet. They have been brought to this place, this planet. And yes, they are there to be consumed, if so chosen. It is the same choice, whether you eat the apple or you eat the sandwich. Make the decision. If it is what resonates with you, then so be it. Allow that energy stream to take effect in your being. You're being energetically guided to live in that existence. It is your free will to do this. If it is making a direct connection point to your higher self and your energetic being, then that is what you have decided to do in the program at that particular point. There is no harm, there is no misjudgment, whether there is an animal that is consumed or not. They are here for a purpose. But understand that it is a decision point for each individual, because it is what they have chosen to do on their path and their existence here on this planet. It should not be looked upon or frowned upon for others that do. Similarly, those that do consume animals should not look upon and frown upon those that do not. That is not the existence that you are here for. You are here to coexist as an energetic body of one. That is why you are here. There are differences between the energetic bodies that are here. It is the plan that you have put in place. Do not allow those small differences to get in the way. That is the disconnection point for among many that are ascending. They don't understand each other's decision points. There isn't to be an understanding. The understanding should be that each and every one of you are an energetic being, and you should be connected through that energetic connection. That is what we want you to understand.
Thank you very much. While we're on the topic of food, is there any specific diet that is preferable for humans? Can you speak to that, please?
To understand this concept, one must understand the physical being that you exist in. The physical being that you exist in, and this is information for your higher self and your energetic being. The physical being that you reside in has certain requirements. As the physical being becomes in tune with the energetic being, there will be a communication point that takes place as what is needed and what is not needed. Dietary shifts do take place. If a portion of your life has been eating meat, animals, and at some point you make the decision not to, so be it. But listen to your body. Listen to the physical body that is connected to the energetic being, and it will guide you on what is to be consumed. There is a communication that is taking place all the time. It never stops. But it is until you tune into this conversation that you will understand what the physical being actually needs. There is a disconnection in many physical beings between the heart and the mind. And there is a lot of override of the heart and the mind. The mind takes over when the heart says it should do something. It's a question mark, a point in time that is a decision point. But again, as we have discussed, that is free will. It is your decision to make, no one else's. But yes, there isn't one specific dietary platform that you should be consuming. It is what the physical body needs in order to power itself. Listen to it. It will speak to you. It will guide you. Allow that communication to take place.
Thank you very much. Speaking of food again, is there anything to be wary of with regard to the microwave technology that we utilize heavily on this planet?
This device that you speak of, you have to understand that as with all things on this planet, it has been brought forth for a particular reason. Just as the automobile that you have driven to get to this place does have its purpose, but it also does have a negative effect. So yes, the device, the microwave that you speak of, does have a particular purpose. And it does have an effect. But what you have to understand is how it has an effect on you, the individual. Again, it comes to the point at which you are in tune with your connection point, with your energetic being. The communication point must be made. Begin to listen to this communication. If you are at a point at which you have an understanding that it is having an effect on you, then eliminate it from your space. But if you do not feel as if it is having an effect on you, then it may not. It is a point in time for you and your space. Again, it all comes down to what you have planned. Your purpose, your existence, your being here on this planet. Many things in your existence have the same outcomes. If you so desire it, it will be. If you infuse it with a negative thought, it will be. If you believe the microwave is having harm on you, then it might be. There are, yes, issues with all items on this planet that have been made by the physical beings on this planet. There are consequences to all things that have been physically made on this planet. But if you consume yourself with the idea that they are harmful to you, then you are opening yourself up to the idea and the function that they are going to do harm. Understand that it is all a matter of perspective of how you witness and understand things that you interact with each day.
Thank you for that. So it sounds to me like there are no blanket statements. It's all about our personal belief and truth that we operate within. Is that correct?
This is correct. This is the statement that must be understood. Your existence on this planet, this space, the space that you hold in that physical being, has been predetermined. And you are allowed to interact within it by any means that you so choose. It is the consequences by which your actions have an outcome. Allow yourself to be connected to that energetic being. Allow the communications to take place. And this is where the true understanding, the true momentum, the true love and knowledge come from.
Perfect. Thank you. Can you explain a little bit about how those who are seeking to find a loving partner or seeking to find love who are single, how can they go about that? What advice can you give, please?
What you are asking is, how does one energetic being interact with another energetic being on the physical plane here on this planet in a manner by which they are then intertwined? What you have to understand is that if you remain at a particular frequency, a particular vibration, that is all of the vibration that is going to come back to you. Seek a higher vibration than you are in. Raise your vibration up, your frequency. Vibrate much higher than where you are at this particular moment. and your entire perspective of who you are around will begin to shift. Those that do not want to remain in that frequency will fall away. Others will then be replaced in a higher frequency around you. And at a particular point of the choosing that you have already played out on your program, those frequencies will match. And those will be the individuals that you want to intertwine with. So allow your frequencies to shift and change as they will. But if you are seeking those that you want to be with, shift it in a way that it will be positive, and understand that you have already determined when that connection point will be made. So if your vibration is still at a low point and you feel as if you have not met the right one, that is probably because your program has you interacting with a higher frequency individual and you are not there yet. So allow your frequency to rise up. Allow it to be the fullest it can be. And allow your light to shine beyond all comprehension, and others will be gathered around you.
Thank you. You've spoken about us as physical beings getting in touch and connected with our higher selves, our internal engine, which is connected to Source. How can we do that as beginners, people who are just exploring the metaphysical? How can we learn how to do that, to connect with Source and Spirit?
As your physical being begins to become in tune with your energetic being, there are physical attributes that do take place that begin to shift in the physical body. You begin to be attuned to certain frequencies. Your body will begin to resonate, vibrate at certain frequencies. You will look at things, listen to music, interact with certain people, and your physical being will begin to vibrate. Think of your physical being as an antenna, a large antenna, and it is drawing in frequencies from all around the planet. But those that you are tuned to, you will begin to vibrate to. As you become familiar with this vibration, allow yourself to relax into it and know and have the understanding that you are connecting with a higher being. Whether that is yourself or whether that is the being next to you or beings that are not in existence here. There is information to be understood from all these connection points. Allowing yourself to vibrate in this frequency is the channel by which all information is then processed and brought into you for understanding. So allow your antenna to be as tall as you possibly can. As you do this, it will shift and change. There is a process by which your physical being will go through, shifting and moving. Do not be afraid of it. The more you relax into these changes, the more effect it will have. The higher your frequency will ascend, and the more information you will be provided with. It may start with a tingle, it may start with a full body experience. It may happen while you're sleeping. It may happen while you're walking in the park. But understand that this is your natural connection to all frequencies. Your energetic being is tuning in. Your physical being is catching up. And as this process takes place, you begin to call this your awakening, because you'll start to experience more than just a vibration. All your natural abilities that you've had as an energetic being will start to flow back in. Do not be afraid of them, but accept them as who you are as the being of existence here. Then surround yourself with those that can assist you in the understanding of what is taking place. Do not go it alone, because there is much to be understood, and it is difficult to understand by yourself. Find those that have been through it and surround yourself with those. That is what we want you to understand.
Thank you so much. So how else does spirit make itself known other than physically in our bodies with vibration and so forth? Or are there ways?
Frequency is one method. The vibrations of frequency. But as you become attuned to this, you too will then be an open channel for information. It may flow through imagery. It may flow through you as words. Connections to others that have passed beyond. Connection to those that have not been in existence here. But you have to understand, it is a conditioning of the physical body. This physical body, what you have to understand is that this physical body is not designed to have all the frequencies in place at one particular time. That is why you have come to this planet, to experience this physical body, this dense body. But through a period of time, you can attune this body, this physical being, to all existence. You can be an open channel for information that is freely flowing through all that is, all aspects, all realms, past, present, and future. You can dip your finger into it at any particular point and gain that knowledge. You can go back into time and retrieve information that is of only in the past. Push yourself out into the future and change aspects of who you will be in the future. But you will not do this immediately. The physical being is not designed for such travel. It has to be conditioned. It has to be prepared. The individual that sits in front of you did not just sit in a chair and start speaking for us. There has been much time that has passed. Allow his physical body to resonate at all frequencies, allowing it to flow through him in a way that it is presented to you. So allow yourself the time. As you begin to become aware of this, give yourself the time. Remain in it. Understand it. And allow it to be who you are.
Thank you. Awesome message. How can somebody tell if it's time to just leave everything behind and take a leap of faith to what their spirit is calling them to do?
To understand the answer to this question, it is just that, a question. Are you ready? You must find the point within yourself, that the connection point and the communication and the vibration are all in alignment. Ask yourself, are you ready? If you are so choosing to leave your current existence behind and seek out another path, are you ready? Verify that through your communication, your vibration, and your existence between your higher self, your energetic self, and your physical self are all in alignment. Because what you have to understand is, yes, you have made an agreement along this path to make this decision point. And it is free will to do this. But if either or any of those are out of alignment, the trajectory can be completely different than what you have already planned. That is not to say that it is going to throw you off your path. It will not throw you off your path. But it will be much more difficult to find the center of your path over the course of that new existence. If all is in alignment, if all energetic alignment is there, you will remain down the center of your path. And what you have manifested for yourself for that future will be easily achieved. But again, it is a decision point solely for yourself. Are you ready? If you are in alignment, the universe is going to unfold in front of you. And it will be bigger than you perceive at this point, this time, this existence in front of you now. It will be beyond comprehension. Have this as the understanding. And are you ready?
Thank you. Thank you. Is there anything you can tell us about the energy here in the treehouse?
Understand that the space that you inhabit and the space that you have built are all of one energy. There is no disconnect between the two. You have amplified the energy that is in place on this particular existence. You have an understanding that you are holding space for many, but also have the understanding that you have to hold space for yourself. Allow yourself to be infused with the energy that is in existence here. Understand that the energy that you have brought to this place has been amplified, has been raised up beyond all comprehension. There is much healing that will take place. There is much travel that will take place. Understand that you have infused all of your existence here in this place with what you have built and in which you have inhabited. It is the same energy. But allow yourself the time to be infused with it and by it. It is a space for all to come and understand what is taking place, allowing them to express themselves in the way they feel comfortable. This is just the beginning. This is just the beginning for a future that you have unlocked. Understand this, there will be many. And understand this, you will be beyond this place. But allow yourself the time for your existence in this space.
Thank you very much. Before we close, is there any other message the collective has for us as a group?
Understand that all the information that was provided to you this evening, all the concepts, all of the knowing, is all within inside each and every one of you that sit here. You were brought here to this planet with all of this information. You know it, you understand it, but the connection must be made. It will. Give it time. The other aspect that we want you to understand is that there is a reason why all of you have been gathered here this evening. The energetic beings within inside of each and every one of you have sent out a beacon to be connected here this evening for this purpose. This is what it is like to be connected energy to energy. Have this as the understanding as you go forth from this place. As you leave this place and you go back and you interact in your life, allow your energetic being to be resonating at this frequency. It will draw those to you, and you will help them change their frequency. Do not allow those that have a lower frequency to be shunned or cast off. Those are the ones that are in most need of your existence, your light, your frequency. Bring them under your arm and allow them to absorb the energy that you have, and allow that energy of theirs to rise up and match your frequency and allow their light to shine. That is starting in your sphere. As you begin to do this, it will grow. And this is the change the planet is encountering now. This is the global aspect that we have spoken about. You must start with each and every one of you. And it will, as it has been said, ripple throughout the planet. Do not think large at this point. Think small. Look at the small aspects of life. That is where the most information remains and resides. It is the small portions that you should focus on. That is where some of the highest frequency exists. That is where the change of frequencies take place. Allow yourself that understanding, that knowing, and give yourself the understanding that you have the ability to change what is around you.
We thank you so very much for being present this evening.
As always, the collective is here for your information, knowledge, and love.